Good morning, everybody. Quick little update of what happened to me yesterday. So, yesterday morning, driving up to Clear Lake to go visit some friend's farm and get a breath of fresh air, see some agriculture, right? It's been in the desert for a little bit now, so it's nice to be up in California. When all of a sudden my rental car dies, loses power, shuts down, engine light comes on, it's a wrap. They come tow it pretty quickly, and they leave me stranded. That's right, Enterprise did not come get me at all. I stopped at 10:30 in the morning. I didn't get out of there and back to my parents' or my in-laws' house until 6 o'clock at night. And they still didn't give me a rental, bruh. So here it is, 10 o'clock the next day, and I'm still waiting for them to figure it out. I'm telling you, man. But because that happened, I'm going to spin it. It's about to be a free rental. I need some extended days. I need an upgrade, all of that. So stay tuned for that part, because that part is coming like right now. So now I'm here at Enterprise at Sacramento Airport. They closed my thing. They closed my contract. So they were like try to play me. They try to close my contract like I returned my car or whatever. I had to talk to like corporate office and escalation department, and then they send me out here to Enterprise at I'm more flustered. I don't even know what's going on. They sent me to Enterprise out here in Sacramento Airport, and then the dude is like, "Yo, you're just gonna have to catch an Uber, and then we'll reimburse you." Like, I gotta pay for the Uber, bro? Are you bugging? So that didn't happen, of course. Now I'm here waiting for a manager, and we'll see what's gonna happen. I hope they just take care of this real quick, real simple, get me on my way. We're gonna find out, though. Oh, they gonna find out, though. That's what's gonna happen. But yo, so I did want to say this. I almost played myself. I wanted to say this. The Uber driver that drove me here, his name was Joaquin. Fire, bro. Fire conversation. It was definitely meant to be. We exchanged numbers. He got like pastors that's gonna help out and all kinds of stuff. Like, bro, like, it was a dope conversation. The Uber driver here was amazing. So like that was definitely key. I'm gonna get him on camera too, so you guys can see him. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye. All right, here's part 3 and the closing of the recap of the rental car fiasco yesterday. And once again, being patient, allowing things to process before you jump the gun and before you get all crazy about what's going on. Like, let it play out. Let's see what's about to crack. So yesterday, I'm on my way up to Clear Lake to go visit some friends. Go check out their farm, chop it up with them. You know, they're concerned about my situation as well. So I went up there just to get a breath of fresh air and kind of put my eyes on some Cali things again and smell that good sweet air. So I went up there, and it was about 10:30 a.m. I only planned on being there for like an hour or so. It's only a couple hours away from where I'm staying with my in-laws. And the van breaks down. Loses power, shuts down. I call Enterprise. They come tow the truck. Then, since I'm all the way up in the mountains, they have like an emergency Uber service. Nobody picks me up. Emergency Lyft service. Nobody picks me up. Emergency cab service. Nobody picks me up. I didn't get back into my in-laws' house until about 6 o'clock yesterday evening, and I wasn't able to pick up or they were going to pick me up and bring me to my replacement rental, but that never happened. So I finally talked to, I'm like, trust me, I'm on the phone all day speaking with corporate, customer service, the escalated management department, the original place where we rented the van in Phoenix, and it was getting weird, man. So he's like, the guy in Phoenix, finally, they're like, he has to handle it. So the guy in Phoenix last night says, look, it's late. I don't think I could get you anything today. Can we just settle this up tomorrow? And I'm like, yeah, for sure. Tomorrow's fine. I'm about to go to bed anyway. I'm tired. So then that's what we do, right? I wake up first thing in the morning because I got things to do. We got, you know, I'm on a mission. So I wake up this morning. I hit him up at 8. He's fronting like, oh, I can't find nothing, this, that, and the other. Then he's like, call me back in 20 minutes and I'll get you something out of the Sacramento airport. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So then I call back in 20 minutes and then they're not answering the phone. Like it's on a loop. Like press 4 to speak with somebody in the office. And then, sorry, nobody can take your call right now. Just press 4 to speak to somebody in the office. It's like on a loop like that. Doom, doom, doom. So I call corporate. Now I'm speaking to the escalated department. And he's like, nah, they're still open. And then he looks at the thing. He's like, oh, your rental has been closed. I'm like, what do you mean it's been closed? He was like, yeah, it's over. Like, you returned your vehicle. I was like, no, bro, I'm in California, and this is what happened. He was like, oh, man, I think that guy is trying to do something funny. And I was like, you think? Like, he's not even answering the phone anymore. So he's like, let me call his district manager. I'm going to send them all an email. Let me try calling him. So then he tries. He comes back on the line. He's like, yo, you're right. It's on that loop. And this is some funny business. He's like, don't worry. We're going to take care of you. We'll handle it. And I'm like, please, man, just take care of it. I just need a rental car. Now it's already, by the time all of this has happened, it's the next day and it's approaching noon. So then, as soon as I hang up with that guy, he sends emails and he calls his district manager. The guy calls me back from Phoenix, right? And he's like, oh, yeah, I got you something out of Sacramento, but I'm sorry, you're going to have to pay for the Uber to get there. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I'll take it off your bill when you get back. I was like, bro, by the time I get back, I ain't got no bill. You left me stranded for over 24 hours without no rental. I don't know what you're talking about. Take it off my bill. He's like, oh man, I don't have another way to do that. I'm like, what do you mean you don't have another way to do that? You have to pay for my Uber. He was like, I'll do it at the end of the contract. I'm like, whatever, bro. So then I hang up with him and then I call, because they're Enterprise, little tidbit for you. Enterprise's roadside assistant is completely different than Enterprise's rental agreement place. So I called the roadside place, and those are the people that set up the emergency Ubers. So they set it up, right? They were like, oh, you were closed, your thing is closed, but we see that you've been trying since yesterday. Let me see if I could push it through. And she did, and it did push through. So I didn't have to pay for the Uber. I was not about to pay. That Uber was like $90. So then we're chilling. I'm waiting for the Uber to come. 4 minutes. It comes right away. Nice car, dude is super chill. His name is Joaquin, right? And then that's Joaquin right there. I was gonna get him on video, but later, because we became friendly. So then Joaquin picks me up. We start chopping it up. He's asking me what happened with the car, and I'm telling him the whole story. Now I'm breaking it down because we got like a good 45-minute drive to the airport. And he's like, what? And he was like, man, he's like, I don't mean to cut you off, but I have a pastor. He's like, he's asking me about the insurance companies and about the business. And he's like, are you fighting that? Are you doing anything about that? I was like, look, right now I'm more focused on securing my family and securing some income and getting some bread. Once I have a foundation again, then I could pursue that. The case is still open. They never like said why this was happening to us or anything, and they never like technically shut us down. They just tapped us out. So we spoke with a lawyer, or the people I'm affiliated with spoke with a lawyer, and they said these things happen and blah blah blah. And there's like a fund that Blue Cross Blue Shield has that they'll cash people out. They're gonna try to like jam us up as best they can, but if they can't, they'll cash out, but that takes time, and by the time that happens, you lose your company. So that's literally what happened. So he's like, man, what about like the news and things like that? And I'm like, look, bro, like, I'll be honest with you, like, it hit critical for me so quick. I didn't have time to put any energy towards fighting them. I really just had to protect my family at this point. He's like, man, that's not cool. I got a pastor, and they have like 10 churches in Phoenix, and they're big in the community. Would you mind if I talk to him so he can talk with you and we can help you? And I'm like, yeah, for sure. I'll accept any help, especially help like that, you know. And I told him, I'll be honest with you, bro. I'm not really looking to pursue a fight. I'm on another mission right now, and I'm gonna focus on myself. However, I'm not Bobo the Clown, and I'll pursue that, right? Because it was unjust what they did to us, and I'm not the only person involved in that situation, and the rest of us could use the help as well. So if that leads into something, sure, let's go for it. But I'd like to talk with your pastor anyway, and maybe there's resources in Phoenix they could help us with like getting a house and things like that, right? So he's like, yeah, for sure, bro. So like we clicked. Super dope, man. Like his name is Joaquin. Super cool guy. We chopped it up the whole ride, and that was the tidbit, right? Like I stayed patient, I stayed cool, I worked all of my angles the way that I could, and then I ended up in that man's Uber, and he was like very much into helping me figure it out, right? Now, nothing may come of this, right? Who knows? However, just the energy, just the conversation, just the vibe was well worth it. It's another like sign that I'm on the right track, that staying patient leads someplace, that not all the time when things look like they're going bad, they actually are. Like, wait, you might just be becoming aligned with what's next, with the next connection, with the next person you need to meet, with the next area you need to be in. You don't really know what leads, right? But if you keep your cool and you keep that same mentality and you keep that same energy, you're going to align yourself with those things. So by the time we make it to the airport, he drops me off. We say our goodbyes. We exchange phone numbers. We say our goodbyes. I go right to the rental office. I mean, 1, 2, 3. They had me in my new van, in and out. No charges. I'm not getting charged for anything. They're going to comp the whole rental. So now the friend that paid for the rental is not even going to have to pay for it anymore. And it worked out in the end to my advantage. And then I met that guy Joaquin. So I came back home. Bro, look how I am tired, man. Like, this trip has been whooping me. So I came home. I laid down for a second, just crashed out. I just woke up. I ate. I wanted to make sure I shared this part and put in another entry today, just to stay consistent, just to keep you aware that it keeps happening, right? Like, life keeps happening. Life keeps happening. You're going to keep stumbling. There's going to be hurdles all the time. There's going to be potholes all the time. That doesn't mean that you're going the wrong way. That means check yourself. That means figure out how to keep your cool, to take advantage of whatever the situation is. Sometimes it's easier to take advantage of the situations when they're really good situations and it's crystal clear on what you have to do. It's the times that the situation is not crystal clear that you have to fall back a little bit and be patient, observe what's going on, take note of your surroundings and who you're communicating with and how you're communicating with people. If I would have blew my top and start yelling and cursing at all these customer service people and all of that, it wouldn't have went as smooth, I guess, as went smooth as it could have. I would have had to pay for the Uber. I wouldn't have got comped everything. I wouldn't have met Joaquin. So like, it worked out to my advantage at the end of the day. It took 24 hours or a little bit more than 24 hours for all of it to settle and for me to grasp what I can take out of it. But I got it. I got it, right? Like, I got it. And then I have another entry for today. I have something else to speak about for today. So this reminds me of a story that I've been sharing, and this is how I'm going to end it tonight. There's a farmer, has a small farm. The guy lost his wife not too long ago, and it's just him and his son. They have a very modest farm right next door to a farm that's booming. Dude has a big family, a lot of animals, big crops. And one morning, the guy comes out early morning to do his daily duties, and his horse got out. His horse is gone. So his next door neighbor is like, hey, I seen your horse running off in the horizon this morning when I was going to do my duties. It's tragic, man. The farmer looks at him and says, we'll see. So what do you mean, we'll see? He's like, oh, we'll see. He's like, but that's your only horse. And then he's like, yeah, but we'll see. So then the next day, the horse comes back and the horse brings, look, this Shanna. Say hi, Shanna. Say hi. I'm doing my video for tonight. So then the next day, the horse comes back and the horse brings back 5 wild horses. So the neighbor's like, yo, your horse just brought back 5 wild horses. That's great, man. You are so lucky. And the farmer looks at him and says, we'll see. Like, what do you mean we'll see? Bro, yesterday you had 0 horses. Today you have 6 horses. That's great luck. And he said, we'll see. So the next day, the farmer tells his son, hey, go out there and break the horses in. Let's start putting them to work, and let's figure out what tasks we're going to have them doing. So the son is out there. He breaks 4 of the horses in. He got him tamed. He puts him in the barn. And on the last horse, on the 5th horse, the horse bucks the son off. And the son falls and breaks his leg. The neighbor sees the horse. The neighbor sees the horse buck his son and break his leg. And he's like, oh, man, I saw your son broke his leg. That's tragic, man. That's your only worker. It's your son. That's tragic that happened. And the farmer looks at him and he says, we'll see. It's like, what do you, bro, why do you keep hitting me with the you'll sees? Like, that's your son. He broke his leg. That's tragic. He said, we'll see. So the very next morning, the army comes and they're recruiting all firstborn sons to go to war. They can't take his son because his son broke his leg. So the moral of this story is obvious, right? You don't know. You don't know what your situation will bring you. It may look like it's good fortune. It may look like it's bad fortune, but play it out. Be patient. Wait for it to play out and then decide whether it's good or bad fortune. Or even better yet, just make it good fortune. All right, guys. Good night. Thank you for listening. I'm going to cut this and edit it and do all of that fun stuff, and then this will be live. Have a good night. Peace.